bowing, right? And you go in, you're bowing as you get off. You're like, that's a sacred spot.
That, you know, Matt, everybody knows that, you know, I work at a high school.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in public schools for a long time. That type of stuff can't be done in a school, in a traditional school,
right.
Because people think it's too much. People complain.
Yep.
It's what I could do at the underground, private sector, what you're going to do at Apogee.
Yep.
It's like we cannot implant it into these public schools. They just move.
No.
An idea moves so slow through approval.
Yep.
And I feel like you miss too many kids because of all the, whatever you want to call it, yellow tape, red tape. So what could be done at American Top Team? Let's say a school wants to start incorporating. I have a buddy that coached at a school for a while. Now he's in administration, but he created a self-defense class. They taught judo and wrestling. It was a way to get the wrestlers to train year round.
Yep.
But if I was to try to do that, you know, it would happen like 10 years from now. Just too slow. Whereas I feel like what you're doing at Apogee is it's a response to what is failing kids and families.
That's quite literally it.
It's like a living organism. It's evolving as it needs to, versus let me go back to the board and then let us vote on it, and then we will pilot it next year. No, I want to pilot it right now. This next group that's coming in, I'm going to test it.
Bingo.
To me, that is like where teaching should be.
We have to.
Need more There's an old book called Freedom to Learn, and that's what it reminds me of.
Peter Gray?
He like went into the inner cities. He would go.
Free to Learn is Peter Gray. Freedom to Learn is older.
Yeah, it was actually given to me in grad school. Basically, the guy was doing like research in like inner city schools that had a lot of violence and vandalism. And the Freedom to Learn was, quote unquote, breaking the traditional curriculum. So let's say you're having a conversation with a younger kid, and he's crying and having a breakdown. You're not afraid to say, give me a hug. Because the administration was like, don't touch a kid. And you're like, some people don't get hugged at home. And they can get a hug. It sounds crazy, but those are sometimes the rules. The other thing was, if students vandalize something, those students were given a job to clean that area and own it. Let me shut it down.